A very good evening. You're watching the Super Saturday debate with me, Akanksha Swaroop. Now, on Friday, Kerala's Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan had a reminder for Congress's star campaigner Rahul Gandhi, who had questioned why the Bharatiya Janata Party at the centre was not acting against a CPIM leader like it had done with other opposition CMs. Of course, he was questioning Pinarayi Vijayan. Now, Pinarayi Vijayan has said that he has never been afraid of any investigation or agency, and in fact, he goes on to attack Rahul Gandhi by saying, and let me quote, "It was your grandmother who had jailed us for 1.5 years during the emergency when she suppressed the entire country." Of course, he was referring to the period of emergency, and not just that, Kerala Chief Minister even alluded to Rahul Gandhi's moniker of Amol Baby and said that by such accusations, he's only making everyone feel that there is no change in Rahul Gandhi. Now, responding to these allegations, Rahul Gandhi's sister Priyanka Gandhi has also attacked Pinarayi Vijayan, saying that why isn't the Chief Minister attacking BJP instead of his own allies? Interestingly, Prime Minister Modi has also taken a dig at the opposition unity and the war of words between Chief Minister Vijayan and Rahul Gandhi, saying that even he has never used such language against Rahul Gandhi.
Question is, why is he not attacking the BJP? Rahul is not scared of anything. He's not scared of jail, he's not scared of anything. And I think the whole country knows that and has seen it.
के अलायंस के साथी भी एक दूसरे को गालियां दे रहे हैं। केरल के मुख्यमंत्री ने जो साहबजादे को सुनाई है, मैं भी कभी ऐसी भाषा नहीं बोलता हूं, ऐसी भाषा बोली है उन्होंने।
Of course, and that brings us to the big question we are posing tonight, of course, on India infighting in Kerala. Is I.N.D.I.A Alliance's loss now becoming BJP's gain? Let me introduce our esteemed panelists today. I'm joined in by Mr. Tom Vadakan, who is the BJP spokesperson, Mr. Henry Austin, who is the Congress spokesperson, Vivek Srivastava, who is a left leader, also Yuvraj Pokharna, who is a famous journalist. Many thanks to you, gentlemen, for joining in. Of course, if I could begin with you, Mr. Austin, the big charge coming in is that this is, of course, coming in from the Congress party that, the left is also accusing that there is posturing from your end of becoming the BJP mouthpiece as well. How do you, in fact, put this into perspective when you talk about an unholy alliance, an unholy nexus? Why are these allegations being made of an unholy nexus when this is just about verbal attacks coming in from the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan?
As you very well know, there is a contest, direct contest between the CPM and the Congress in Kerala state. We are the primary forces here, so there is a direct fight here. As far as the I.N.D.I.A Alliance is concerned, the CPM of Kerala is not part of that larger picture. So in Kerala, the fight is between CPM as well as the Congress of Kerala.
But
so
you are alliance partners. You are alliance partners. Prime Minister Modi has been making a major southern push where he is attacking both the Congress party and even the left front, saying that you are unable to take care of the issues on ground level, whether it is the rubber cultivators or even if it is the law and order situation in Kerala. Prime Minister Modi and all of Bharatiya Janata Party is capitalizing on that to sort of make inroads in Kerala. And so why would you even call this a direct contest?
No, the BJP, as far as Kerala is concerned, is not a force in the same level as the CPM or the Congress is.
Fair enough, but it's becoming a force to reckon with.
They're trying for that, but it's not happening. Even now, the BJP vote share is hovering around 15%. So they are not in direct contest with the CPM or the Congress in the major seats.
All right, but you still not answered my question.
2 or 3 seats.
No.
Yeah, I'm coming to the question.
That it's a major charge. If you're calling an alliance partner a BJP mouthpiece and alleging that there's an unholy nexus between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the CPIM, that's a major charge. On what grounds are you making that charge?
There are substantial pointers which would strengthen this accusation, because as you know, there is a case against Pinarayi Vijayan which has been which has been going on in the Supreme Court, and the sitting has been postponed for 37 times. The central government, the CBI advocate would make one excuse or the other to postpone the case, and 37 times that case has been shifted now. And also, there is a serious fraud investigation going on against the CM's daughter's company, Hexalogic. There is an allegation of corruption where the company has received monthly payments for no services given to a company of suspicious nature. So that charge, there is no concrete action following these ED investigations.
Fair enough. In fact, Henry Austin, those are the very points that were raised by Pawan Khera in Kochi yesterday. Vivek Srivastava, I'd like to bring you in on this aspect. I was in fact expecting those points to come up. The SNC Lavalin case, not to forget the diplomatic gold smuggling case. The other charges that were made by Pawan Khera yesterday were that 26 leaders have been absolved because they joined the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Now see, I think Mr. Austin started rightly when he said that I.N.D.I is intact. And we are a national tie-up. We are fighting together in Bengal. We'll be fighting together in Bihar. We are supporting each other in Uttar Pradesh. And our cadre, our trade union fronts, the Kisan Morchas are together.
But there's still no alliance in Bengal. There's still no alliance in Punjab.
Let me come to it. We are all students of politics over here. If you go into the history of politics since 1947, let me tell you one thing, that the Congress and the left have contested each other in a few states. Tripura was one at that time because that was the stronghold of the CPM. Then you had Bengal, where we used to contest against each other right from the times of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, and Kerala. However, when it came to the national politics, let me tell you, we contested against each other in Kerala, but we formed a government together in 2004, where we supported Dr. Manmohan Singh's government. On and off, we feel at a national level that the Congress is an old party, a respected party, a secular party, and it has contributed majorly
but
to the
Vivek
secular
Srivastava, you're still not answering what I'm asking you. How do you respond to all those allegations and charges that have been made by Pawan Khera yesterday in Kochi?
All I'll say is that since, as far as the Kerala is concerned, it is the state units which are fighting with each other over there, more or less. And it happened that a national leader of the stature of Mr. Rahul Gandhi reached Kerala, and that is why things become a little complicated. But at a national level, we are very much sorted out. Kerala is an exceptional case, but that doesn't give BJP any inroads. Neither will it make I.N.D.I weaker in the other parts of the country.
All right, Tom Vadakan, if I could bring you in on this, you heard what they both have to say, that the infighting is not really going to benefit your party, considering the Bharatiya Janata Party still has no sitting MP in Kerala. Can Prime Minister Modi capitalize on this infighting between the UDF and the LDF alone, which, as we all know, to give in their defense, historically has, despite that bipolar contest, they still manage their presence in Kerala?
I'm a little surprised and shocked that Rahul Gandhi, who's an alliance partner of the CPM, claims that the sitting chief minister should be investigated and jailed. Mrs. Karat in Delhi has a statement asking the Congress party to withdraw that statement. They are hurt, deeply hurt. But here Mr. Vivek comes and says everything is goody and we are fine. He even goes to the extent we are jointly fighting West Bengal together. All that is, the kind of talk that any spokesman would do. But be what it may, Rahul Gandhi is on bail. Tomorrow, Mr. Vivek will ask us, why are you not arresting him? Is there a deal between you and Congress party that we don't arrest him? So every time there is an investigation in progress, it's a work in progress, these gentlemen will talk about democracy being murdered. You had Kejriwal in jail and the Congress was up in arms saying, and here was Rahul Gandhi, the dynast, declaring the sitting chief minister should go to jail. And that is precisely what our Prime Minister said. These are things that we won't talk about our opponents. And here are you, who are supposed to be alliance partners, tearing each other apart.
Interestingly, Tom Vadakan, your party is accused of being Team B, or rather one of them playing Team B to your party, whether it is the left or the Congress. I'm going to bring in Vivek. Vivek, would you like to come up with a rebuttal? Do you... No. First answer my question. Do you agree with Brinda Karat when she says that Rahul Gandhi ought to be convinced by senior Congress leaders to offer an apology for instigating an arrest to be made by the Enforcement Directorate?
Of course, both the national leaders from both the sides, we should all refrain from making such comments, because ultimately we are a part of a big tie-up, the I.N.D.I.A, and we have to replace the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have to replace this communal fascist government. Therefore, loose statements might damage us, in front of the opponents. So the care needs to be taken. Here I agree with Comrade Brinda Karat. But however, we are all one. We are fighting together. And yes, the BJP is going to lose this time. That is for sure.
All right. Tom Vadakan, I can see you want to come up with a response to that. Yes, go ahead.
Well, the interesting part is it's not just Rahul Gandhi saying this. The second in command there, Venugopal, has said the same thing. So this is basically, even after Karat said that it should be, Mrs. Karat said to withdraw it, they are insinuating the same charge by the General Secretary Administration. So there is no kind of, nobody has condoned it. They are going right ahead. They talk about democracy. They talk, Vivek, give me a minute.
Yeah.
They talk
this
about
is nothing compared to what Mr. Nitish Kumar has been talking about.
When they ask for a sitting chief minister to be arrested, what kind of democracy are they talking about?
All right, you've raised your question. I see Henry wants to... Henry, let me bring...
Jailing a sitting chief minister.
All right, Tom, let's also listen into what Vivek has to say. Vivek, I give you 15 seconds. I need to go to Henry.
All I'll say, Mr. Vadakan, is nothing has been said which is that bitter, and things are going to be sorted out. But you don't have answers for what your old ally Akali Dal speaks about you. You don't have answers about what Nitish Kumar has been talking about you. Comes back and did not attend the rally.
All right, those are questions that we are not debating tonight. Henry Austin, if I could bring you in. If an Annie Raja says that if Rahul Gandhi has the real caliber to fight it out, he should go and contest from Varanasi, let alone Amethi or a Rai Bareli. What does that speak? No. What does that speak? Let me finish my question. Yeah. At a time when you're talking about how you will stand together if there is a government formation, what does it speak of Rahul Gandhi's own caliber? If she's going on to insinuate that Rahul Gandhi is afraid to, stand in a contest against the Prime Minister in Varanasi.
See, these opinions are baseless because, see, Rahul Gandhi has won the Wayanad seat with a thumping majority of 4.6 lakhs. In that seat, when he is contesting again, I think Annie Raja should not have contested in the first place. That is the logical answer to it. And let me also say that this thread of argument, which has been taken up by the national media today, in the last 1 month of the campaign, this has been continuously being said in the Kerala forefront. Both the fronts have actually, see, when we are fighting against each other, CPI is opposing Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad. KC Venugopal is opposed by CPM candidate. So we are directly fighting against each other in the state.
There is an allegation coming in from the Chief Minister himself against your party every day. He's saying that your party is afraid of showing off. No. Hear me. Chief Minister is launching a scathing attack against the Congress party every day. And this is, mind you, our own research, which goes on to talk about how when the Wayanad rally was happening, you were attacked for not having your flags over there. Not to forget the fact that he's in fact gone on to also question Rahul Gandhi's own caliber. He's gone on to accuse your party of being on such shaky grounds that leaders and that, in fact, veteran leaders and their children are going on to join the Bharatiya Janata Party. How do you think is this now working out for your own opposition unity? Having said that, let me bring in Yuvraj on this note. Yuvraj, I think it's just the polls that seem to be looking at the major unifying factor for India as an alliance, because look at the manifestos. They are poles apart, whether it is in fact repealing of the UAPA or the PMLA. Where is that bond between manifestos? I mean, if I were to vote for the I.N.D.I alliance as such, what is that unifying draft or belief or a program that I am voting for? All of them are in fact preaching different aspects. There's Congress party has in fact refused to comment on CAA. That's an accusation being heard by Pinarayi Vijayan himself. How do you in fact look at that kind of rift or say the differences of opinion in the manifestos?
Akansha, it's good to be on your show. Good evening to you and all panelists. Let me speak on facts. If you are done with the political rhetoric of the debate, the juvenile banter between Congress and the communists is not to be lent much credence if you have to go with the facts. Historically, and for the lack of better words, historically, Congress and the communists make for strange bedfellows. In 1942, the Communist Party of India passed a resolution accepting the very infamous Gangadhar Adhikari thesis, wherein India was to be balkanized into 17 nationalities because as per the former General Secretary of CPI, Gangadhar Adhikari, India is not a nation but a congregation of 17 different nationalities. And the same proposal that was accepted called Subhash Chandra Bose a stooge of Tojo, Nehru was tagged as an agent of imperial forces, and Gandhi was falsely called a stooge of the British. And this was when Congress was all in with the communists. Then let's talk about emergency. It was the very same CPIM that supported Indira Gandhi in the emergency. And ironically, it is Indira Gandhi who jailed Pinarayi Vijayan for 1.5 years. And again, one very ironic thing, CPIM is very much pro-China, and Congress in 2008 signed an MOU with the CCP.
The Congress in emergency.
Sir, please.
Vivek Srivastava, let him finish what he's saying. I will come to you. No, Vivek, let him finish. He was very patiently awaiting his turn. Yuvraj, please finish what you're saying.
Vivek ji, I was very patient. Just give me a courtesy of 20 seconds. Give me a courtesy of 30 seconds.
Yuvraj, you have 15 seconds.
Akansha, in 2019 Lok Sabha polls, it was the UDF led by the Congress that clinchingly won 19 out of 20 seats. So why do they need an alliance with the communists? I mean, that's a question mark. The only unifying factor is Modi hating, Modi bashing. Modi ko gali do.
All right, Vivek Srivastava, I'd like to also, yes, sure, go ahead. But do keep my question in mind, the fact that there's been a lack of a draft on the entire agenda of the alliance. We've not seen rallies. The biggest jolt, or rather the shocking aspect was when Rahul Gandhi's yatra arrived in Bengal. We've all seen what happened over there between Mamata and Rahul ji. Now, how do you in fact put this into perspective?
Okay, first of all, Yuvraj, you were factually correct in many things, but you were incorrect in the sense that it was CPI which supported the Congress party at the time of emergency, and the other party which supported the Congress was the Shiv Sena, Mr. Bal Thackeray. So there were two major parties which supported the Congress in the time of emergency, not CPM. That is the first part. The second part is answering to your question. See, you have to understand one thing, that coalition politics works in a very different way. Whether it was the NDA which was led by Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, okay, or it is I.N.D.I.A today, or it is the third front government that we have had in the past, right? I mean, for some reason unknown to me, in this country of 140 crore people and in the neighboring country Pakistan, cult leaders are being worshipped. Imran Khan on the other side of the border and Mr. Narendra Modi over here. Mr. Narendra Modi as a cult figure is more important than the RSS today. He is more important than the BJP today, and this is an unhealthy trend for democracy, which we have come to know. When we are in coalition, we are more balanced. We have various opinions. We have certain differences. We did not support the privatization of Dr. Manmohan Singh as the finance minister in the 1990s. However, we came to a common minimum program, and in 2004 a government was formed. So wait patiently. It is not necessary to declare the prime ministerial candidate.
10 seconds.
All right, okay, I'd like Yuvraj to in fact come up with a rebuttal to that. Yuvraj, go ahead.
So just 10 seconds, there's no rebuttal. I'm just asking, as you're speaking about the coalition dharma, so what is the common minimum program of the left and the Congress? Tell me. Is the Congress Is the Congress opposing
Henry Austin, if I could bring you in on this aspect, you know, the Congress has strategically maintained a silence over CAA. They've maintained a very strategic silence when the CPIM in fact went on to promise that we will dismantle nuclear weapons. That's a sweeping statement. We all know what has taken India all those years after post-independence to come to this level, and in one sweep you have a CPIM promising we will dismantle all nuclear weapons. The Congress party has maintained a very stoic silence, which, by the way, is placing you on the back foot.
Akansha, let me just come back to you on those 2 points. One is the CPM statements on denuclearization or what. That is the party's prerogative. That is an individual party's prerogative to put out their agenda during the election arena.
Fair enough, but then you tell me as an Indian citizen, when I vote for, which ideology am I voting for?
Why should the Congress review the CPM's agenda? That is that individual party's agenda.
Help me understand. When I cast my vote, do I know what am I voting for? Depends on which manifesto I go and read.
Will you please allow me to complete?
Right. So answer my question. Help me understand. What am I casting my vote for?
I'm trying to answer the question. I'm trying to answer the question. See, the CPM has put out its own agenda, but as far as we are concerned, on the Indian context, in the pan-Indian context, the common minimum agenda is to restore the democratic credentials, the secularistic credentials, the socialistic credentials of this nation. The spirit of the nation has to be revived. That is the common minimum program. And we will arrive at a concrete agenda, common minimum program, once the coalition is fructified at the national level, post-elections. So that will happen at its own sweet time. When the election is completed and the government is being formed, a common minimum program will be arrived at.
All right,
this has been done in the past also.
All right.
It's not the first time that we are seeing coalition happening in India.
All right, Yuvraj Pokharna, what is the common minimum program? Everything that India has achieved so far, undo it?
Akansha, I have 2 takes for the common minimum program. The moment they formed the Dotted India Alliance, it took them 8 months just to come up with 2 common minimum programs. Number 1, to boycott 14 journalists. Number 2, Modi hatao, Modi bhagao, Modi ko gaali do. That is the common minimum program. And you can fact check it.
No, this is ridiculous. What you're saying? We have our own economic policies. We have our own nuclear policies. We have got our own defense policies.
Common minimum program, sir.
I'll tell you what, sir. I'll tell you what. I mean, you had the G20. Mr. Xi Jinping did not come. Mr. Putin did not come.
Tom Vadakan, I'd like to bring you in on this. I'm in fact running short of time. All right, Tom Vadakan. We are seeing whether it is the OPS, the UAPA, the PMLA, nuclear disarmament, host of varied promises in each manifesto. I want to know your thoughts. I'd like you to in fact close this entire discussion before we in fact call it a wrap on this debate.
The fact of the matter is there's nothing positive about whatever their plan or projects are. They're all about dismantling everything. Recently, Rahul Gandhi went to town saying that the army has 2 types of martyrs, it seems. And, even dividing martyrs, I mean, it's become a kind of approach that he adopts. CA, no comment. On various other issues, whether he has to contest. There is nothing called common minimum program with them except dismantling everything that exists. And the greatest democracy that they practice is put the Chief Minister of Kerala in jail. That is the beginning of democracy for the Congress party. And who is saying that? The man on bail. And I rest my case on this.
All right. Well, the lack of alliances, whether in Bengal, TMC, even Punjab or now even Kerala, was enough to in fact rouse suspicions about the future of this alliance. Can the Indian voter, in fact, go ahead and cast their vote when there is a lack of agenda? We'll have to see if the Bharatiya Janata Party will be able to, in fact, capitalize on the infighting within this alliance. I, in fact, call it a wrap with that. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining in on CNN News 18. And thank you to all our viewers for watching this.